Hi, in this video I explain to you about the course and why becoming a FLYoga Kids teacher will transform your life as it did for me. I'll show you what you will get as part of the course and hopefully answer most of your questions. And I'll share with you a few of my secrets that make the FLYoga Kids activity so successful. The best way to understand what FLYoga Kids activity is about would be through practice. But since you probably don't have a hammock yet, so to get a taste of FLYoga Kids, I added a fast-forwarded recording of an actual class with kids for you at the end of this video. So before talking about the course, let me briefly tell you about myself. So I'm Lena, owner of a FLYoga studio in Kharkiv, and I teach aerial yoga to children, teenagers and adults. In 2009, I still worked as a project manager in a software development company. Looking from the outside, I had everything. A very nice salary, company car and my own office, but there was no joy and no meaning in my life. It looked like a dream from the outside, but I felt trapped inside a golden cage. I got to a point that I woke up with the tears in my eyes and didn't want to go to work. And no one understood me. What do you want? You have everything. But I was miserable. Then in 2009, it hit me. I did everything right, by the book. I went to university, found a good job, and did a great career. I felt empty because this way was not mine. While working in a company, I started going to yoga classes because of the back pain I had from hours of sitting in front of computer. I loved yoga so much and it really helped my back pain. So I decided to take yoga teacher training in parallel to my work to deepen my yoga knowledge. Then I realized that if I could help myself to relieve my back pain, I could also help other people. So I decided to resign and become a yoga teacher. Everyone around me thought I was crazy. I heard the same sentences from family and friends as many other women in my course. I was told that nobody had left the job I had. I shouldn't leave because of a great salary. And even if I don't like my current job, I should find another project management job at another company. For many years after leaving my corporate job, my mother would tell people that I was a project manager in a high-tech company and just took a break but would return soon. So at the age of 35, I left my corporate job and opened a yoga studio. I have done countless courses, yoga teacher training, yoga for children, yoga therapy certification, and so on. And I started teaching classes in my home studio and other places. I taught in different studios for pennies. I ran between schools and kindergartens with a pile of mats and equipment box. I would come and teach a class in front of close to 20 children, most of whom didn't want to be there. I was more dealing with discipline and less with teaching yoga. I also had my groups of kids and adults. I had only 3 or 4 women attending my adult class regularly, so I was always busy marketing to bring in more and more customers. But nothing really caught on. I worked hard, learned a lot, and tried all kinds of things for children. But I couldn't say that I make a living from teaching yoga. And even more importantly, I didn't feel I was able to touch the souls of the children with my yoga classes. One day, in the local Facebook group, someone asked for yoga teacher recommendation. I was shocked that there were recommendations for more than 50 different amazing teachers. By the way, I wasn't one of them. Then I realized I must find my niche to stand out from all this abundance. I must do something different to stand out. Then in 2012, I saw a video of exercises with a hammock. The video showed the famous inversion star pose. The video showed the hub as a therapeutic tool that helps with the back problems. Since I came from yoga therapy background, it really spoke to me and really turned me on. So I decided I must try it. I started researching and looked for a course. And at the time there were almost no aerial yoga courses. But I am a serious girl and must be taught how to use this fantastic tool. Then I found Nati Steiner, who came to Israel for a short visit from Italy. She was 3 hours drive from me, but I was determined to learn. After the course, I got in the car, sat down, and tried to understand what was there. Finally, I felt I had found my thing. That's mine. I'm going to teach yoga with hammock and invert other people. I realized that through a hammock I could express myself. I don't remember how I got home, but I remember that on the way home I screamed and cried. I literally saw full classes of kids and adults in front of my eyes. I felt I had finally found my niche. I had found the key for children's hearts. If I love it so much, there is no way children won't be excited. Since I already had 2 groups of on-the-mat kids yoga, I started teaching a few dozen exercises I learned from Nati. I taught a few lessons, and it was a hit. Kids love it so much. But what should I do next? I can't teach them exercises all the time. It's children. Each time we must learn something new, we will challenge them. We need diversity. It's not like adults can practice and perform the same 3 sequences of Ashtanga. So I started looking for more exercises. I started inventing my own exercises. I tried them on my kids and then added them to the lessons. I saw what worked and what didn't work. What do kids get excited about? And what is less exciting or maybe too challenging? Using this trial and error process, I created lesson plans, lesson after lesson. And from a situation there, I had no idea what I would do with the kids in the next lesson. I created a complete year-round program that all kids are excited about. Almost everyone who attends and tries the class is enrolled and continues to attend weekly for at least a year. And the parents love it too. This year-round program has allowed me to fill weekly aerial yoga for kids groups year after year. This program has allowed me to make a decent living by teaching kids to fly. But it also gave me an amazing sense of self-fulfillment because I can reach so many souls, make small changes in children's lives, empower them, and pass on important values. It gives me meaning to my life and a reason to get up every morning. Why did I tell you my story? Because I want you to know that despite what your family and friends might say to you, it's possible to have a great, fulfilling, meaningful, and rewarding job. And you can do it at any age. I had a long way to get there, but I've created something that works for the course graduates and me. What a joy to get pictures of a course graduates having full classes only 2 months after completing the course. So in this course, I share all the knowledge I learned in the process to shorten the path for you. Although the course is called the FLYoga Kids Teacher Training course, we won't only talk about aerial yoga and aerial yoga exercises. It's nice that you can teach an excellent aerial yoga class, but it's not enough. I see a lot of yoga and children yoga instructors, but also other activity instructors that are amazing teachers who have studied and invested and worked hard, but unable to make a living from what they love doing, teaching. That is why we hear that yoga shouldn't be related to money and that you can make a living from yoga. But it's only people's false beliefs. I know exactly what it's like. As I said at the beginning, I was also in this situation. I have a friend who is a children's yoga teacher and graduated from aerial yoga for adult teacher training. She tried to teach kids and then adults, but didn't succeed either in this place or that. She failed because it's not enough to be a good teacher. That's why in the course I will teach you how to teach FLYoga Kids classes, but also how to fill your classes with children, how to make kids eager to attend your classes all year round, and how to create a good and stable income from it, without being dependent on schools, kindergartens, or yoga studios. My goal is that you will graduate the course knowing how to bring children to your classes, how to make them want to come back week after week during the school year, and how to teach FLYoga Kids while you know what you're going to teach at every lesson during the year. And of course, how to earn good money from all this without being dependent on schools and kindergartens. All this is not some theory. This is the method I have been using for the last 10 years, resulting in full classes and waiting lists, and also see how the course graduates have the same success. I know from previous courses that you will enjoy the course. We will fly and laugh, and it will be fun. But for me, this is not what makes the course successful. For me, the success is that after the course, you'll start teaching and have classes full of kids. When I receive photos from the course graduates and they ask where to hang another hammock because the classes are full, then I know the course was successful. Does it sound good? Here are just a few examples of that kind of pictures. Okay, so let's dive into what are you going to learn as part of the course. For the last 10 years, I have taught aerial yoga to kids and teenagers using a unique method I've developed. In this FLYoga Kids method, I combined all my knowledge in yoga therapy, yoga for children, aerial yoga, but also Samuel's and my experience in running a business. This method allows me to fill aerial yoga classes every year, make changes in children's lives, and also make a decent living. With FLYoga Kids, it's a dynamic and fun way to practice exercises while hovering. Kids absolutely love it. Almost every child immediately wants to be on the hammock. I want to explain how the course is going. The course has two parts. The first part includes 6 practice meetings in the studio or via Zoom. 3 hours each. They will practice aerial yoga lessons at various levels, ranging from first cells to advanced lessons. In addition, we will learn to teach parents and kids workshops and practice hundreds of exercises and flows. So the meetings are for practice only. The second part includes all the theoretical information. The theoretical lessons are pre-recorded and will be accessible on our interactive learning platform. So the theoretical lessons like how to enroll kids in your classes, how to market the classes, how to empower kids, how to prepare for lessons, all the money lessons, and so on will be available for self-learning at a time convenient for you. There is a mobile application that includes all the lessons, and you can listen to the lectures while you cook at home or on your way to work. We do this course for 4 years, so everything is optimized to transfer all the knowledge to students in the most efficient way. When you log into the platform, you'll have 3 folders: the teacher training course, the year-round program with all the lesson plans and video tutorials, with almost 200 videos explaining each aerial yoga exercise step by step. I'll show you in a minute, but I want to start with the course. When you go into a course, you'll see that it's planned for 6 weeks, but you can do it at your pace. So the first week, for example, is all about how to enroll kids in your year-round classes. In the second week, you learn about breathing exercises, empowerment circles, hammocks, and of course, a more advanced FLYoga lesson with more exercises and flows. In the third week, you learn how to teach workshops. As part of the course, you'll get 2 workshops, the Parents and Kids FLYoga workshop and the Birthday Party workshop. The workshops allow you to create a good additional income. For example, one of the course graduates, Rita, did 3 FLYoga birthday parties on the first weekend after completing the course. So, in one weekend, she earned more than the course cost. And another super important mini course that we give you as a bonus this week is Yoga and Money. For years I had an issue with money. How could I be in state of giving and asking for money from my students? We see that most instructors and the course students have the same issue. When Samuel explains how to price your classes and that your classes must be a little bit more expensive than other kids' activities, we see in the student eyes that they have doubts customers will agree to pay them so much. Each one tells herself a story. Other kids' activities cost less, so why do parents pay me more? I live in a poor town. People don't have money, so they won't pay me. I live in a rich neighborhood, but those rich people know to count their money and don't want to pay. But the truth is that it's all stories we tell ourselves. Samuel completely changed the way we think about money. I love to see the course graduates who had doubts that customers would pay them, writing in our face group that they said the high price, and surprise, surprise, all the parents paid. In week 4, we'll practice more advanced lessons and exercises. But the most important part is the marketing mini course. In this mini course, Samuel will teach you how to bring customers to your classes. It's not some general marketing course. Samuel will teach you exactly how we fill classes in our studio. He will teach in detail the methods that work for us and how to do them. He will teach you how to have a sales conversation without trying to sell. So basically you get the whole framework that will allow you to have full classes. In week 5 you will also learn about partying and how to finish the year-round program with end-of-year show. In the last 2 weeks you will be able to watch and experience other graduates teaching their practicum lessons. But you also will learn important subjects like discipline in the class, FLYoga contraindications, yoga games, and many more interesting lessons. Each week there is also homework. The weekly homework tasks are like coaching and will lead you toward having a space to teach and starting to market your classes. Here's an example of lesson plan. Each lesson plan is a detailed explanation of what you should do in the class. So it's lesson number 25, Flying Lotus. It starts with what this lesson is about. Objectives. Each lesson plan starts with sitting in a circle and some mindfulness or breathing exercise. So for example, in this lesson, kids will share 3 things they love about themselves. Then we continue with the warm-up on the mat exercises. You can see that every exercise is explained in detailed steps, including its benefits. There are illustrations of the exercises and pictures from the real classes, so you can see kids doing the exercises. So you can see it's not something theoretical. I share with you my experience. Then we continue with the hammock exercises. You can see a lot of tips and recommendations. There are different variations for the same exercise. In the pictures, you can see kids of different ages. So everyone can do the FLYoga exercise and enjoy it. Every lesson ends with relaxation in the hammock. I usually do guided imagery. And here you have a text for guided imagery that you can use during the relaxation. You can use your own if you want, or just take this lesson plan and read the text. So you get everything ready. All my experience will be in your hands to start teaching. Now you might say, wow, it's a lot to remember. Well, you don't have to remember anything. For every lesson, you will get a cheat sheet that looks like this. It's one-page summary of a lesson plan. So print it and use it during your class, so you won't be stressed that you forget something. So during the course, you will learn a lot of exercises, and you probably will not remember all the exact steps. Therefore, you'll get over 150 video tutorials that explain all the exercises step by step. So if you forgot the exact steps, you'll have an option to go back and check how the exercises should be done correctly. Here's an example of such a video tutorial. That's me and my daughter Adi, and you can see her growing in the tutorials since it took us 4 years of work on all the course materials. So as you can see, we made a huge investment of time and money. I can keep talking about FLYoga Kids and the course endlessly, because it's transformed my life and lives of hundreds of course graduates. After each lesson with kids, I have a tremendous feeling of fulfillment from what I gave to the children, and also received a crazy amount of energy and so much love from the children, smiles and hugs, and also get paid for that. Crazy! If I could do it, you can do it too. When we were working on the course, we had 2 options. The first option is that I could, as is done in most courses, simply teach the subject, aerial yoga for children. Make the course cheaper and many more people would come. But we didn't want our graduates to take another fun course they enjoyed and do nothing with it. We wanted to transfer all the knowledge you need to start earning a good living from FLYoga Kids. We want you to transform your life and enjoy your work every day instead of suffering at work or struggling financially. That's why we chose the second option and added the whole framework we used, all the marketing, financial and business topics, and also added to the course all the lesson plans that contain huge amount of practical knowledge and experience. Just for you to understand, you get all the lesson plans, which are over 1,000 pages of content, and close to 200 video tutorials as part of the course. So it's true, the course requires a slightly higher investment from you, but it allows you to easily make a good living by teaching kids for 2 hours a day. Just for you to understand how it works, my daughter Adi, who you see in the video tutorials, teaches 2 FLYoga Kids classes in a row once a week. She is now 16 years old, in high school. So she doesn't want to work more than that, because she has a life. So for 2 hours a week, she earns $1,000 a month. She doesn't work for me. She has her own groups. She marketed her classes and enrolled kids on her own. Her schoolmates must work 25 hours a week to get the same salary. To make the decision really easy, we allow paying for a course in 10 monthly installments. So you will pay most of installments after you start teaching, so that you will actually pay less per month and you will earn and how teaching FLYoga Kids. Most people their whole lives are looking for something that makes them passionate. If you watched this video till now, I know that FLYoga Kids has touched you, and you have some sparks in your heart or gut feeling that this is it. So if you have a gut feeling, intuition, or whatever you want to call it, I invite you to follow that feeling. Give FLYoga Kids a try and don't miss your chance to change your life. Gain a sense of self-fulfillment every day from FLYoga Kids and get back so much love from your kids. I promise to give you all the knowledge, tools and support you need to shorten your path into the amazing, fulfilling and rewarding life of FLYoga Kids instructor. To be able to support all the students, we allow only up to 20 students in every course. So don't miss your chance to reserve your spot. If you have more questions, then you can check the information below this video or just chat with me and I'll be happy to answer all your questions. So are you ready to fly with me? And now I invite you to take a peek into the actual lesson with the kids I teach.
有这样的话，你做些，如果别人来谁好，OK，一个，然后我今天就我，我自己看上去的晒，我晒一个，这，你来，大家看我，你看我，没有脸，OK，没事，我有些来，上面你不学你，把它，你我，把它一个，给他的你，把它对来，你，把它背啊，做过，然后你把它过来。你写，那这个是啥？这个，这个咱就是，我怎么来做这个啥？把它这个的话，我要上面是啥？这是这个对，对，其他全部晒着看。这个，我要看看这个，晒不了。没有脸，这样的话，我当时我们来来也是挺对。OK，你先这个看来这个手上，然后有来，别来了，那个一看到这个有一点，我对吧？那你去过啊？那这个是怎么样？这个地方来，你还是要注意去，所以呢，这个把这个什么在这里，我这个地方，还有这个地方，然后两个上，你说，然后是我来了吧？有，然后没有这个这个晒什么更多的是吧？没有脸，那起码你上头那个不好，做的完起码有这个脸。然后我这个两件，我就是举例上，然后这个比较，然后两个东西嘛，就是这个用这种看，或者筛，或者你筛有这个结果呢，用那个印这些，哦，那啥也好吧，直接的来，你看，你上说的这个手机说，然后来，来，你的你别说那个啦，我这说那个啦，你说那个，别看，想象一个啦，我你看，你咋有点，你看，这个你手机别看，你看，